One. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome. My name's Extreme Man. This is round 3 of the Tier Monster Challenger Cup, sponsored by hi-rez Studios and Owlhead Studios and Discord. My name's Extreme Man. I'm here joined by Shadowboy. Shadowboy, how are you doing after that game?
I'm doing pretty good. I thought that Exquisite did a pretty darn good job, and now I'm hoping to see something out of Mehoy Miney using a name like that. So, Sanguine Esports versus Mehoy Miney, next game that you all get to the pleasure of watching, and it looks like Sanguine Esports might have caught a little bit of a glimpse of that last game, not favoring to deal with Naja as Mehoy Miney bans out Susano.
Yeah, no one wants to deal with the Susano either. Susano's just been all kinds of devastating throughout games we've seen. Just Susano absolutely goes off if you don't ban him out, so I definitely do like that. Raijin as well being banned by Sanguine Esports. No Gods of Thunder today, for at least for the Japanese Pantheon.
And finally, the last ban for Mehoy Minoi is going to go over towards Ao Kwang. Makes sense. Ao Kwang is a dangerously scary pick god who can go into the back line and destroy pretty much anyone. Sanguine Esports has the luxury of first pick, and they're going to go ahead and give it over to Khepri. Very consistent and solid support, and I expect to see a lot of good plays out of that one.
Oh, certainly. Khepri is a very strong god just in general. He has that revive, so ideally Mehoy Minoi is going to be looking for an execute, but it looks like they have locked in the Thor for their jungler, so maybe not going for that execute, but you're still looking to pop out that early, ults coming out of Khepri.
So going back to the same story of global presence, we saw it last game out of Delta Split. It didn't work out too well, but this time around they have the Janus, so maybe a little bit more results coming out from Mihoy Minoi than we saw at Delta Split. Pretty interesting matchup. But Sanguine Esports, a little bit more interesting, going with a Zeus Apollo. Now, Zeus character operates in the same fashion as Anubis, Hebo, a lot of people like that, where they have low mobility, but a high amount of burst damage. So if he isn't careful and he doesn't build properly, he might get bullied out by this Thor. We'll have to wait and see.
Yeah, we will have to wait and see. Athena being picked up last for this first round of picks for Mihoy Minoi. That'll be, again, just adding to that global presence. You have 3 global gods right now. Sanguine Esports does have one on that Apollo, but I don't see a whole lot more global that Mihoy Minoi could get.
Yeah, they've got pretty much all of it. The only thing that would remain is a Neath or something like that. But I think that they're drafting an appropriate team composition for themselves. I would like to see a early slash mid game AD carry just to kind of sway the lane so that Athena can rotate more freely. Doesn't have to worry about her AD carry getting boxed out by this Apollo. Of course, Audacity makes it difficult for some AD carries to box with the Apollo, but they got to focus a lot of their attention onto basically killing Zeus twice, once for the initial death and twice for the after Khepri ultimate. So a lot of freedom needs to be had from that dual lane if they can.
Certainly, indeed. Last band's coming out for Sanguine Esports and Mihoy Minoi. Mihoy Minoi focusing a lot more on junglers, so banning out that Nemesis and the Hun bots. Meanwhile, Sanguine Esports does ban out the Osiris and the Neath. So getting rid of all that global presence, so no more global presence in terms of ADCs.
Odin's going to be a strong character and also deny them the luxury of being able to isolate targets into the Odin Ring of Spears. And we've all seen how annoying it is to just constantly, deal with the Odin Ring of Spears back to back to back to back. So I think this is a smart pick by Miho Manoa. They are going to be able to bully out Sanguine Esports in some of these team fights. Good response, however, from the members of Sanguine Esports with the Fenrir Awilix pickup. So they're going to be able to deny Miho Manoa from doing any kind of big escape abilities. And there's the AD carry that could potentially fit the bill of what I was talking about earlier. Medusa, a character that doesn't really struggle with wave clear, even before the throwing dagger changes.
Mm-hmm. Medusa, one of the best high clearing gods, as well as paired incredibly well with the Athena. You get that Athena taunt into the Medusa ultimate, it's just that was like one of the classic combos back when Medusa first came out, and even still today, it's a very powerful combo as you basically either have to purification or you're going to be stunned for like an absurd amount of time.
So it looks like Sanguine Esports have a pretty high damage potential team going with the Fenrir Soul lane. That's going to box with the Odin fairly well, especially since you can avoid Bird Bomb, and then on top of that, come right back down with a stun. Meanwhile, They have Awilix to just in general burst and lock down priority characters such as the Janus and even the Medusa if they feel they need to do so. It's all going to come down to how Mehoy Miney leverages their global presence and when they start to do so as to whether or not I think that they're going to be able to take this game away.
Yeah, certainly. We do see a lot of late game potential, though, coming out on the side of Sanguine Esports, especially with that Apollo and Zeus. Especially Apollo, that split pushing potential coming out is going to be devastating. Awilix as well is certainly going to help shut down that Odin if Odin does start to really come online. Especially if he, I assume he's going to that solo lane. So I'm a little afraid if this reaches the 30 or 35 minute mark for Mehoy Miney. I'm a little more concerned that Sanguine Esports is going to take this.
Well, either way, you guys let us know in the chat section what you feel like is going to be the results and why. Who do you think is going to be the most impactful player, and what god do you think is going to play the biggest part in the game? Go ahead and start up that discussion. We'll get set up for this game, and you guys stay tuned. We'll be right back. And we're getting into the game. Sanguine Esports versus Mehoy Miney. A lot of pots coming across the border here. 3 on the side of Sanguine Esports, 2 on the side of Mehoy Miney. A solo lane Fenrir with red pot. Really aggressive start.
Yeah, certainly. You just want to go for that early burst potential. You want to try and shut down that Odin. Definitely a very good idea. But this could be troublesome, especially early rotations coming out of Janus or an early gank onto Thor could spell the end of those pots, and that could be very devastating for Sanguine Esports.
Yeah, I think that's what they're trying to do, basically. They're trying to set up a scenario where if Fenrir and Awilix get their hands on the Thor, they are going to have no trouble deleting him. Odin's not going to be able to impact the lane much when they go over into the right side of the map. They're pretty much going to be relying exclusively on Thor's Berserker Barrage to clear up most of the minions until Odin has the Bird Bomb jump or lunge combo.
Yeah, certainly. But now it looks like Fun Crush is going for a little bit of an invade. Not able to connect, though. Looks like Mehoy Miney was able to finish off their blue buff just in time, and now this Odin's going to be pushed back under tower a bit.
So now Awilix and... Famous Hate actually finds a kill over in the dual lane as Athena is forced back as well. So Khepri landing a good pull is going to set up first blood for Sanguine Esports. Mehoy Miney might be feeling a little nervous at this point.
Ooh, yeah, definitely. First blood going on to Apollo is always a scary thing, especially in the dual lane. That Medusa is going to take a lot longer to get online now.
Solo lane, Odin made a big mistake. This is one of the disadvantages of using your jump to clear. If jungler comes over, you're going to be in a bad spot. That's going to be another kill going over to Fenrir, actually. So red pot actually paid itself off. And Zeus over in the middle lane actually nearly finds a kill onto the Thor as well. He's going to be forced back into base, which is going to be a huge letdown. Oh, wait, he's going for a greedy back harpy, and Awilix is here. She does have Suku. He's going to try and kill himself to Phoenix to avoid giving the kill over, but he still has to give up at least his purple pot. He does give up the kill to Phoenix. It is still an assist on Awilix. However, the biggest letdown is that he has to now deal with the fact that he doesn't have red pot anymore.
Yeah, that is going to be very, very troublesome for that Thor. As now Mordax already having to go back to base after the very aggressive jump coming out of Medieval, able to just push him back way under tower. He did have his teleport up, Mordax did, so that will be a saving grace for now as Medieval just hits level 5. This may be
middle lane. That's going to be a kill, possibly going over. Yes, the Woodle is going to take out Janus, and Thor trying to get a revenge kill onto at least one person. He's able to find at least Kobe, and it looks like Suku is going to be the escape call from Fun Crush, as he's not wanting to try and square up against his Thor.
Not at all. Fun Crush just kind of lazily backing, knows that Era'ite does not really want to engage. Still got to clear out the wave, though. Era'ite actually getting very low.
Yeah, as I'd say. He's going to die.
Yeah.
But over in the solo lane, Odin used Ring of Spears to keep Fenrir away from him. He's stuck between a rock and a hard place as his tower is over on the other side. There is the jump. Bird Bomb used quite nicely to ensure survival, as Murdax is safe for now. Going to be forced to back more than likely unless he wants to deal with Fenrir's sheer damage and strength here soon. Thor's still not level 5, though.
Yep, that Thor now just hitting level 5. That's going to be finally some gank potential coming online for Thor, but now Medieval coming in for the rotation, just trying to get some damage on the Airite. Able to trade actually pretty nicely, but Medieval is very low on mana, as Janus is here as well. He's looking to put the hurt down onto Medieval for that aggressive play.
Yeah, Medieval is just looking for the quickest and easiest escape route. Might have actually found it. His teammate is here to help out. Unfortunately, through space and time is going to connect onto him. He's going to be taken out. That's going to be a shutdown onto the Fenrir, who don't believe he still had his red pot, but he does have a TP available to him, so he should be able to get back to lane quite easily. Both mid Harpies looking to go the way of Sanguine Esports as well.
Yeah, very aggressive start as well. Famous Hate did manage to steal away the red buff for Mehoy Miney, and that is going to just compound this lead. Taking a look at the graphs right now, 1,500 gold in favor of Sanguine Esports, and it's only 4 minutes into the game.
Zeus ultimate used to try and set up a kill onto the Thor as he teleports out, and meanwhile over in the soul lane, it looks like Mordax is going to suffer another death as now he's looking at 2 members of Sanguine Esports. Very unlikely. Ooh, that's going to be yoink. Very unlikely for him to escape a scenario such as that. Speed buff and blue buff going to be cleared out by both Fenrir and Awilix after having a more than dominant performance over in the soul lane.
Yeah, Medieval has really been going off this game. Just able to rotate without any fear, as well as Fun Crush sitting at level 7 compared to Thor on that level 5. That is never a fun sign to see when your jungle is already 2 levels ahead.
I think even more scary is the fact that it's Awilix who is 2 levels ahead. I mean, Awilix is the nightmare of ranked games when she gets ahead, and so to see it happen in this particular game, really nerve-wracking for the rest of the members of Mehoy Miney. The only thing
Famous
they
Hate
can
getting
use is Thor, who's trying to make a play over here in the dual lane, is able to successfully do so. That is going to be the start to the beginning of a comeback from Mehoy Miney.
That'll certainly help that comeback. Famous Hate now going to get shut down, and now hopefully Medusa can start farming up and really start to increase that level. Well, in the solo lane, looks like Medieval getting a little too aggressive as Mordax may be able to get the kill here. Medieval diving, trying to survive under tower, but now Mordax might actually end up trade. Ooh,
yeah, Zeus is here.
Oh, the Zeus ultimate is popped.
There's the ultimate, and there is going to be the kill Kobe as well as Fenrir. So even though Medieval was dangerously low, Odin thought he could make a big play there. It ends up not going in his favor. Medieval almost actually dying to minions there. As over on the middle lane, it doesn't matter if Zeus isn't there. Fun Crush able to find another kill on the Thor.
Yeah, the Fun Crush has absolutely been going off, sitting at level 9 right now. He does have level 2 of his ultimate. Now it looks like the Sanguine Esports is going to start up the Gold Fury. But now maybe just trying to disengage as Viper does get a pluck onto Wicked or not. But
yeah, it's just a bait material. Yeah. I mean, you look over, Fun Crush is actually considering to jump on the Janus, and it looks like he might actually do so. Nope, just going to try and throw something over the wall, maybe get an ultimate while Janus wasn't looking. But yeah, I mean, with Fun Crush being as far ahead as he is, it's really difficult for the rest of the members of Mehoy Miney to do anything. And this Khepri has actually not been forced to use his ultimate yet, I don't believe.
I think Khepri has just been kind of happy. It hasn't really used his ultimate at all, but may have to use his ultimate here as Covey will go low. He does go down, and nice little dash coming out to ensure. Oh, the ultimate from Janus.
It does hit.
It hits, but not enough damage yet.
Yeah, still really early on in the game. 3 space and time is not going to hit for those kind of one-hit KO numbers that we expect to see in the late game. Meanwhile, though, aggressive red buff steal coming out from Sanguine Esports. Of course, leading the charge is the really fed Awilix. Feels no fear in taking this objective, and I don't believe they were able to get it, but they are able to put a lot of pressure and kill Wicked or not. So he goes down. Athena not feeling pretty confident this game so far. In fact, sitting 0-1-1, so very low kill participation for the team.
Yeah, certainly. But even feeling more of the hurt is the Odin sitting at 0-3-0. About 700 gold behind already on that Fenrir, and now his blue buff's getting taken away as well. This is not going to be a fun time for this Odin.
Odin is extremely far behind, and as a Fenrir player, I love playing Fenrir in the soul lane, and I love being ahead of a bruiser as Fenrir in the soul lane. It gives you so much flexibility and opportunity. In fact, right now, Fenrir going for a more auto attack focused build because he knows that Odin's no longer his main priority. These mid fights and these mid game skirmishes over by the Goldfear are going to be his priority, and so if he can at least slow down some of these key targets like the Janus, like the Medusa, heck, even like the Thor, then he's going to be able to allow his team a lot of leverage opportunity as Mordax nearly taken out instantly by the combined effort of yet again Awilix and Fenrir, who's been bullying this poor Odin for most of the game.
I feel bad for this Odin. He's just been so shoved out. I mean, Medieval and Fun Crush have just been absolutely destroying it, but meanwhile, Zeus getting pretty low, does have to use the Khepri ultimate, but Famous 8 does get the kill onto Era'ite. But in the backline is Medieval.
He goes aggressively slightly, and Medusa is forced to use the ultimate to try and get Medieval off him. It is successful in doing so, kills him in fact, and now it looks like the rest of the members of Sanguine Esports are just going to push down this tier 1 tower. Khepri starts off the charge, is able to pluck up the Janus as Kobe gets the bounce and a double kill onto both Medusa and Janus. Oh, but here comes Odin. He might be able to bird bomb the Zeus away. Yes, that's going to be a lunge plus bird bomb into a kill. Mordax finding his way back to the game. Apollo taking some pot shots to get some damage off. But all in all, at the end of the day, 2 for 2, and a tower going the way of Sanguine Esports.
Still definitely a win for Sanguine Esports, as that tower will certainly help out the rest of the pressure throughout the mid-game. Well, whatever mid-game there's going to be, as this... Mehoy Miney is certainly really falling behind. Taking a look at the graphs, about 4,000 gold and 7,000 XP. It's not going to be a fun time.
Well, I think the big issue here is that they're not leveraging their global presence like we talked about earlier. I have yet to see Janus ultimate used as some kind of big initiation or re-engage tool in the dual lane. I've yet to see Thor's ultimate used as a gank tool. I have yet to really see anything done. Hold on here as the soul lane. Yet again, Odin dealing with pressure from both the jungler and the solo laner, having to face a world of odds just to keep up. And meanwhile, there's nothing being done across the map. I mean, usually this is the kind of moment where if you're Mehoy Miney, you have to go ahead and aggress, leverage the global presence, go ahead and overload the opposing dual lane, and punish them for focusing all their attention onto the solo lane Odin. But so far, there's just not been anything done. No response, no salvation for Mehoy Miney. They just keep losing these small battles and losing these objectives.
Yeah, instead it actually ended up being Covey who did all kinds of damage to Era'ite, almost killing him with the detonate. And there was just no opportunity for Mehoy Miney to start a game because of the fact that Covey absolutely blew up Era'ite. And now Viper, he's just a Khepri. He's gonna try and steal away the speed buff. Does not manage to connect it, but Mordax is getting very low. Does have to pop the ultimate yet again. Medieval gets the kill. And a surrender vote has been started from Mehoy Miney.
I think this one's going to go through. Zeus is going to be able to delete this Thor possibly. No, it doesn't look like that's going to be the case. Both the damage dealers have left the fight completely, and yet they're still able to. There's 3 strong frontliners, barring the Awilix, and just detonate all of the members of Mehoy Miney. A 3-man Petrify is not going to do anything for poor Mehoy Miney as Sanguine Esports dives under tower completely. Fun Crush gets yet again another kill, and Khepri ultimate used as a lovely re-heal tool. Thor goes up into the air. He's going to try and come down onto the Awilix. I'm sure he goes for it. Nope. Decides against it, just wants to try and isolate Kobe. And Bird Bomb might actually get this kill. No, Sanctuary used as a safety maneuver. That's going to be a poor Mordax yet again falling.
Mordax is just sitting here not happy at all. He's built into this Breastplate of Valor, but he's been absolutely getting destroyed by Zeus. That Breastplate of Valor really hasn't been helping him all that much.
As started up and completed by Sanguine Esports as Janus makes his way over to the back harvest. Looked like initially they wanted to try and maybe defend the objective, but they know that they're a little far behind to be trying to do anything like that. Brawler's Beatstick going to be the pickup by Awilix after the Odin's Wrath, so complete penetration focused build.
I mean, Fun Crush can certainly do it. He's sitting at level 14 compared to Era'ite on that level 10 Thor. It's a pretty strong lead coming out of Fun Crush, so he's sitting very confident, and he knows that he doesn't need to worry as much about defense because, well, he just does damage and kind of kills people.
Meanwhile, everyone's grouping over towards the middle lane. Apollo getting over into the left side of the map to start split pushing. Yet to see him really do a lot of objective damage, but taking a look at his build, it's kind of built more so towards the line of boxing. Zeus all by himself over in the middle lane, but no even question of aggressing onto him. They're going to leave him completely alone. 3 people running away from this Zeus right now is over in the solo lane. Yet again, Odin takes a lot of pressure. 3-man this time around.
Oh, but Wicked or Not does manage to taunt out 3 of them with a good, bit of damage coming out of Janus, but it's just not enough. Medieval does manage to get the kill on the Wicked or Not, and now this tier 2 tower is going to go down.
I mean, just right there was an example. They had all the opportunity, all the reasoning to jump on the Zeus. 3 people while they saw their Odin is getting bullied over on the right side of the map. There was, realistically speaking, no reason to bring yourself over to them. If you already recognize that Odin's going to die and more than likely you're going to lose the tower, you might as well try and pick up something and then look for other opportunities on the map. Instead, they actually lost like 3 people and ended up giving up tier 2 tower, as well as getting no kills, nothing.
Ooh, Fun Crush again, just trying to find the damage onto Woodle, but not going to get the kill there as Thor's up in the air. He's going to be looking to start another gank. Kovi getting really low, but the nice Khepri ultimate will save him for now. Just Odin's trying to do something, but not able to do anything. Fun Crush just, he's sitting at full health. Jam's getting very low. Nice ultimate coming out of Medusa, able to stun too, but she's still going to have to escape as Wicked or Not does get cleaned up there by Fun Crush. And Purification popped by Google.
Turns his attention over to the Janus as Fenrir picks up the Thor, brings it back over to his teammates who finish him off. Odin 1v1ing with Fun Crush is going to be taken out as well. That's another set of kills going over to Sanguine Esports. Not really finding any response to the aggression that's coming out of Sanguine right now. And they're going to actually be able to take out the Woodle possibly. He uses the ultimate, trying to pick off the Zeus. Not going to connect. Middle Phoenix does go down.
Yeah, now Jams and Famous Hate just trying to box right now. But no, Famous Hate is just so far ahead at this point. He already has lifesteal online. Like, Jams is just falling behind, just like everyone else on the side of Mehoy Miney. Sitting at level 17 is Fun Crush. Eraite on that Thor, level 11.
Yeah, Thor had to build defensively. I really respected the decision here. Go ahead, go for the Void Shield. Recognize that you're not going to be able to do anything for the majority of this game. Might as well just be a tank and allow your Medusa, allow your Janus, allow even your Odin potentially to be the main damage dealers for the time being, because unfortunately you just aren't going to be able to fill that role. You're level 11. You're at 6,800 gold, which is highest on your team, but comparatively to the other team, that's still far below the lowest of their team.
Medieval here lurking in the XP camps, maybe looking for a pick onto someone. Does get a little bit of a brutalize onto Wicked or Not, but now just going to relax and go clear up the tower here as Mehoy Miney just going to have to give up this tower for free, and maybe a life as Jams barely escapes with his life after using the ultimate.
Yeah, I mean, James is forced out of the fight before anything really starts, and just this awkward rotation. The rest of the members of Mehoy Miney were over in the right side of the map, and then all of a sudden it was just like, okay, well, I guess we need to come over here a little later, and they already are getting punished for it, losing on the Janus immediately, and now there goes the Thor as well. So just awkward rotation.
Oh, definitely. Janus was just, he tried to go around the back and maybe, do something, but oh, Kovi gets the kill onto Wicked or Not with the tick of an ultimate. Now Medieval just diving to mess around with Jams as Fun Crush cleans up Mordax under the Phoenix. This has been a very fun time. Kovi diving the Titan to clean up Jams there, and this is that's a deicide for Sanguine Esports. Now looks like Sanguine Esports is just trying to end.
They have the ability to do so. Thor's not going to be able to do nearly enough damage to deter anybody there. That's going to be the game going over to Sanguine Esports, taking it from the beginning all the way up to the end as Awilix led the charge, having a final KDA of 10-0 and 9.
That KDA just kind of shows how impactful Fun Crush was. Just starting from the very beginning, able to get these nice rotations onto the solo lane. Mordax just constantly being shut down. I don't think he got a. Oh no, he got one kill. Sorry, Mordax got one kill, but he had 8 deaths for it. He was constantly being harassed and shut down by Fun Crush and Medieval.
Yeah, I mean, and even with that said, he still did a pretty fantastic job of farming 7,100 in comparison to the highest of his team, which was 7,297.
Mm-hmm.
So only actually down less than 100, I believe, or a little over 100 in terms of goals from the highest of his team. So he did his best at farming. The
But
unfortunate part is that at every moment where he would get harassed by 2-man or 3-man attacks, there was no real response. I mean, that's part of being a solo laner. If you take a lot of focus from the enemy team, you have to trust in your team to get something else done, especially when it's attacks that are happening on your own tower side. It's not even things that you're over aggressing, you didn't ward properly. A lot of times I would see Mordax, unfortunately for himself, be stuck way back and then all of a sudden have to make something happen with Odin Ring of Spears and one lunge while they're still in Awilix. Now, credit to them, they did a fantastic job. Awilix punished Odin because they know they could. So it's not like they did anything wrong. In fact, they did absolutely fantastic, good strategy.
oh, definitely. I mean, Medieval was absolutely going off. He placed 43 wards. How do you place 43 wards in a game? That's absolutely insane. Sanguine Esports just able to constantly put on pressure wherever they needed to. Covey was doing a fantastic job as that Zeus, just throwing out these ultimates, throwing out the damage in the mid lane, and just able to constantly do work.
Well, that is going to be the end of that game. Sanguine Esports gets to move forward. We're going to go ahead and move forward as well, get set up for the next game. You guys stay tuned. Thank you again for coming out, and thank you again to hi-rez as well as Tier Monster for hosting the Challenger NA Cup Series. We'll be back in just a moment.